Okay, this is about the temperature. So here's the car. Here's the temperature gauge, and I'll put some video in about what I'm doing. Last time I took this car for a ride, it seemed like it overheated. My temperature gauge, I just haven't trusted it since I rebuilt it. So, I mean, the reason I think it overheated is because if you ever had a car that overheats and it gets the engine kind of sounds tight when you start it. Maybe it's my imagination, but anyway, and then the wiper bottle was leaking. I've tried to fix that about 3 times, but anyway, I put some sealant on the bottom of the wiper bottle. So right now this is the next day, and I don't see any drips. It's really weird. It'll just start dripping. I'm not sure, and I cannot figure out where it's coming from. It's kind of dried up, but it'll work. So I stuck this down in the hole. That's how deep the hole is. If I tighten it all the way, it'll hit the bottom, but it won't tighten all the way. It just barely clears that. Okay, thermostat should open at 160. The bottle that was leaking. Okay, so I'm not driving the car, so there's not getting any air pushed in. Let's get the fan spinning. That looks weird. When I look through the camera, it looks a little slow. That's a clutch fan. So that's working. So I'm gonna let it run like 10 more minutes and I'm gonna see what happens. About 175. Running at 180. I'm just guessing, but I think changing that thermostat helped. It opened at 160 instead of 180. Okay, this is the Trans Am. I had a 185 thermostat in there. I have intake manifold, a 1972 intake manifold, 485912. It's running at 185 and the car's not moving. The thermostat did open at 160. I put it on 160. It seems to be okay. I need to take it on a drive, but I'm gonna check the timing first, check some other things. Okay, have you ever wondered what your temperature does when you turn your engine off? Letting in a little bit of water. So the cap is working. It's not burning hot like it was before. This gun. We're on the end of the head. You probably can't see it. It says 193. Let's go on the valve cover. 145. Let's check the exhaust manifold. I bet that's really hot. $375. This is why you don't want anything touching your manifold, any wires or anything touching your manifold. I'm on the shield. That shield makes a big difference. That's 67 on the shield. It's cooling down. Let's see if the temperature went up. So when you turn your car off, the temperature does go up. It's about 190, so it went up about 5-6 degrees. No leaks anywhere. So the real test is going to be taken out on the road. This is where it'd be nice to have the gauge inside working, because I'm not sure that the one. Okay, let's look on the inside. It says just about 190, right? Of course, I think it's in the side of the block, so we'll go check right where it is. But it looks like it's reading about 220 to 225. So maybe that gauge is working. The fuel gauge, I think it's full, but I'd have to fill it up again. Let's see if it's charging. Yeah. Okay. This is what the inside of this car looks like. It's the best I can do. Put this 8-track in here. Check out these power windows. They work really good now. Anyway, so we're gonna go back out and check the temperature. It says, oh, it dropped now. I guess my gauge is working. Everything works in this car except I'm not sure about the fuel tank. I don't think I replaced this gauge. Yeah, one more check. I want to check right where this, whatever you call it, I can't think of it. It's going into the block. Yeah, I guess it's working. That's good news. Check the temperature one more time, in case you're wondering. So I had the car off for about 5 minutes, and the temperature dropped about 15 degrees. So it cools down pretty quick. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's interested, but I went over all the numbers in this car and decoded everything, which doesn't really matter right now, but it is the real deal, except I welded on a T-top, a nice 79 T-top. But here's the rear end. I did change these gears. They were 241, went up to like 325. It's still the stock housing. It's running on a stock carburetor. The intake manifold, I switched it to 72 to get rid of that crossover. 485 912. It's a bolt in. Here's the heads, April 1976. Anyway, just some stuff. The cowl tag. Yeah, here it is. Old rear end was a factory posi. New as an Auburn. Factory was 224, and now it's 323. Cone lockers. Anyway, I just took the time to go through. Here's the engine. See, the stock engine only had 170 horsepower. I got like 280 now, I think. I got like flat top pistons. Distributor. Delco. Just stuff like that. I just wrote it all down. Somehow I managed to keep it. I usually throw all this stuff away. So I might go over this a couple times. I don't know. It's hard to make videos, but so this is the stock intake. I mean, this is the 72 manifold. You can just get them off eBay. But this particular manifold, and I don't know about the stock manifold, came with this plug. I just took that plug out. It's 3/4 thread. And I put that gauge in there. It's great. I mean, I could not think of any other way to really check to see if my thermostat was working. I didn't trust anything. But this worked in the house. It also, when I brought it outside, it matched the temperature on my thermostat out here, so I know it's good. And for anybody that hasn't seen this engine, let's see. It's a numbers matching car, but I changed a few things, like the manifold, the compression, just small things. Here's the radiator. I don't know if you can see that, but it says 3276. January, February, March, April. This is 4/19/76. Interesting. In 76, the 455 had 200 horsepower. Of course, it's got a ton of torque. And here's all the different numbers. So early, late. Yeah, I got to write the timing in here. And I got to change the speedometer gear, by the way, because I changed I never did it. Yeah, I dug this tool out that I haven't used in like 30 or 40 or 50 years. Suntune. Made in Korea. Oh, it says $9.90. So this is 34 years ago. I dug some more. This cost $5. Can you imagine? Battery charger. I remember buying this like in 1977 or 75 or 76. So according to the manual, to zero the ohms, let's see if it works. You're supposed to click these together and then zero it. Well, that don't work. No, I guess the best way to find out is just hook it up. Got low and high also. I guess that's telling me that my spark plug's working. Put on high. I'm gonna unplug one of these vacuum